Conversations in Cognac, episode 20. It is I, the voice of your headphones, Frank. That's right, just Frank. But I keep it also Frank with it. I am not a rapper, but I do it for them. And don't forget, talk to me nice when I'm nice. And you can find me on all social media platforms at Frez781. Frez 781. And I'm here with my left-hand man, my right-hand man. Fuck it, he's both my hands. The front and the back.
Hey.
Mister, your Honda Civic's on my wrist.
Yo.
Your house is around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
The best voice in this podcast shit?
Maybe.
Say what up, boy. What's
going on?
Show it.
We were talking about Scarface earlier, so I got to unbutton my shirt. I wish I wasn't wearing an undershirt. Let me go change real quick. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike Bratsis, the White Berry White, and we're here to fuck this shit up per usual. And you can follow me at MIC Bratsis. You know how to spell it.
Mike Bratsis. And we're here with Mr. Magic Fingers, Mr. Magic Touch, Mr. Los Lentes del Conejo Malo,
Sí.
Bad Bunny,
Sí.
Junebug.
Ya tu sabes.
And this threesome turned into a foursome.
Yeah.
A foursome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with, you know, that guy.
That guy, though.
That guy that cuts all the athletes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You got a mobile barber shop?
A barber shop on wheels.
Yeah.
A MoBar,
A
perhaps?
MoBar. Mobile barber. Damn,
Mind blown.
mind blown.
Mind blown.
But not only that, man. This is one of my best friends, my brother, my son's godfather, my compadre, and I'm happy to have him on here. Say what up, see?
Listen, first of all, let me clarify something. The left hand, I'm the original right hand. I just gotta let that be flat out.
There we go.
I'm the original right hand.
Tell him who you are, baby. Tell him who you are.
Right hand man, Coco Fernandez. 28 years old. Got 2 kids. Feel like I'm in an interview for like convict to be on the.
What about we start off with your Instagram, where they can find you?
MoBar Cuts at MoBar Cuts. That's my business name. At C Fernandez 513. That's just basic. My name and my birthday.
And that shit, you can point.
Don't judge me.
You can point down on the screen because that shit's already there.
Okay, we got it right there on the bottom side.
Right.
You're right. So that shit's
that's
on your right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there you go. Yo. But yeah, man. So we're not here alone. We're here with a guest. And y'all already know how that shit goes.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how every episode goes.
Very important. Very good.
Let's take some fucking shots, boys.
Yes. All right.
Let's go.
I'm
We're
not
far
a
away
drinker
from each
like
other.
that, but
Yeah.
Bang.
Cheers.
Air cheers to Junie. Air cheers to
Cheers.
Coco.
Let's
Cheers
get
for
it.
everybody out there.
to the pod.
Yeah.
Woo. So yeah, man. So
Gotta give a quick shout out. Today's podcast is brought to you by Grand Reserve 2014 Merlot.
You gotta take the price tag.
price
You
off,
got the
bro.
tag.
I paid a lot of money.
Hey,
for this.
actually, that's from what I've been seeing is a lot of money in wine.
My fitteds cost more.
Whatever, dog.
He brought out the fitted, man. Listen,
Yo,
You got ripped off.
I
got
think
ripped
I
off.
do because them shits should be $10. But yeah, man.
Fitted era.
Take you to Chinatown, bro.
Did you did you ever sell fitteds?
I sold fitteds. I did. I sold a lot of things. I sold clothes, T-shirts, mixtapes,
But
videos.
Well, talking about more specifically at the Arsenal Mall.
At the mall, yeah, I used to work at this kiosk called Mo's Clothes, and
How could I forget?
yeah, that was kind of like the second part of like my mini entrepreneur journey. Like I felt like a real hustler when I was doing that type of thing.
That was the second part or the first part?
That was the second part. I started middle school. That's when
Oh.
I credit all
You
my
leveled up in high school.
Yeah.
Part 1 though.
I credit my retail, I guess you would say skill, because, you know, it's not like I'm not a big marketed business, but like I always survived and did my own thing more or less like through just having sorry, you fucked me up when you asked
Oh no,
me
you
for the
good, you
shot.
good,
I
you
didn't
good,
know
you
what was
good.
going on.
No, you good, you good.
Yeah, so pretty much like my beginning story is from middle school. I was at the Foot Locker in the mall where they had the big You remember that
Upstairs,
thing in
at
the,
the
yeah,
Arsenal Mall?
upstairs?
It
They
was-
had that big like gum thing. I don't know what it was, but it was like a big rubber thing in the middle of the store.
Oh yes, to sit.
yeah, to sit.
Yes.
It was like for all the kids and people. Everybody
in
used
front
to
of
play on
Filene's
it.
basement.
Yeah, like not to diverge from the other half of it, but we'll get there. Like so, I was in there and all the headbands. This was Allen Iverson time. I know you remember because
Yeah.
you was big on the I3 pressures and all
All
those kicks. So Allen Iverson had like all the headbands, the wristbands. Everybody was rocking wristbands. You know that in like 2005, 2004. So I went and I bought all the wristbands and the socks that was on sale. And they was on sale for $1. And I was in McDevitt Middle School, 7th grade. And I was selling wristbands, socks, just everything that I could get out of that bag. And I started making money right in school, and then they had to confiscate the bag from me until school was over because I was cutting out of class time, and people were like, yo. So yeah, that was like my beginning venture. But.
And that's like the perfect age to do that shit, because at that age you're not allowed to go to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, Coco's got them for X amount of money, and
Right.
you know what I mean. And that's one thing that people always mention when talking about you. He's like, yo, Coco, like he's like natural born hustler. Like you just hustle anything you like, you know what I mean? You know how to get yours no matter what. And that's something that not only I, but I know a lot of people mention that they like respect and admire from you.
Right.
So salute to that. But more specifically, right? Like going back to Mo's. So that when you worked there, like that was a weird era for me in hip hop. The long tees, like the dress tees. But not only that shit, like
That was my bestseller.
but but what was crazy, whenever I hear like when I remember you worked there, I think of like the Frosted Flakes t-shirts
Oh yeah.
and the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Lot
And-
29.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Yep.
They're lot 29s.
that was
What?
around.
His weren't lot 29.
Nah, mine weren't. But that was 7 Fox was lot 29.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
us as a kiosk, we were competing with 7 Fox, and this other place came in a few years after, J City. And
Oh,
it was
yeah, I
like-
remember
and,
J
and that was
City.
big for us. My boss and I, like, he was just this 25-year-old dude, and he had this kiosk, and he was connected in New York, and he made shit shake, like
Is your boss Mo?
Mo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Was he
from
there
Worcester.
before 7 Fox?
He was there either before or like right around when they opened their first location in the other side of the mall. You
Like
know,
by
when
Express.
right, when Jabot jeans was big.
Yep.
You know,
I love those.
make you some skinny Jabos.
I was
thinking
about to say
that.
they got him. They came back.
Oh man,
I'm about to cop me a joint.
atrocious. But yeah, Mo was that guy.
Yeah.
Mo.
I remember I used to buy the mixtapes over there.
Yep.
And I think we've talked about it a few weeks back, but when Dipset and Jay-Z were beefing,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
like there was like a
True
3-week
Life.
True Life was dissing Jim Jones. But I remember going there every week just buying the new mixtapes, like to hear who responded next. So
Yeah, no, that was fire that you got to go experience that, because that was real. Like that was when things were still mom and pop and organic. Like
for
Yeah.
sure. Where's Mo at now?
Mo's actually, he's in school. He still does a little bit of fashion stuff. He's I think his next move will probably be his biggest move, like whatever it is that he does. I know he was telling me something about like his own brand. So
Oh, so y'all still
yeah.
talk?
Oh yeah. Every now and again we talk, but he's
Very
got his
cool.
own thing going on. Obviously, I got a couple of things going on. So.
Absolutely.
No,
yeah.
man, that's
That's
super dope.
Yep.
And so y'all had the shirts, y'all had the mixtapes, y'all
Yep.
had the Red Monkeys.
Yep, Red Monkey jeans, True Religions. We had everything. Fake Air
Was True
Forces.
Religion out there back then?
Oh man, I was wearing True Religion freshman year. Like, I don't know if everybody knew that they were fake, because nobody was really shopping at, we'll say a Neiman Marcus at that time, or
Yeah.
Bloomingdale's, but yeah, like they were all fake. We had Jordans, Air Forces, everything, and that was really like when I started grasping the concept of like buy and sell and profit over margins. And I wasn't like the best kid in school, but it was more or less because of like my attention
Yeah.
span. But that's really what led me into the whole retail component, trying to switch it up.
Yeah, not even to go in like too deep, but I
Yeah.
feel that's, and I know Mike agrees on this. Like, I think the schools need to do a better job in teaching you shit like that. Like, they don't teach you that. Like,
100%.
I don't need to know about like the 13 colonies. Like, I have yet to use that.
Right. It's great to know, but at the same time, like as I started business, I started seeing that this shit was vicious. Like, you know, the thought and the concept of you being able to walk into a bank and go get a business loan, like, you don't understand. You have to be in business for 2 years in order to get a business loan. You see what I'm saying? So they're not telling you none of this stuff in school. They're telling you go to college and owe money and come back, and you know, when you're done owing money, which is great. You know, like, if you're gonna do something and it's worth your time to get out of a certain tax bracket, great, by all means. Like, you know, that's part of your plan, and you know that you're gonna do it. But for us to be paying back money till we're 45 and making a wage of what seems great on paper, like, is your life worth that hourly rate? Like, that's the way I look at it.
Like, I don't know if you heard about, I don't remember what school it was, but recently some like billionaire, he was a public the surprise speaker at a graduation, and he said he was going to pay everyone's tuition.
Mm-hmm. I did hear about that.
So it was a class of like 325 kids, bro. $41 million.
Oh my goodness.
41 M's out of 300 kids.
Yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
That's
bro.
crazy. That's a lot. That just goes to show you, like, you know.
And that's a small class. They do that shit every year in hundreds of schools. Like, that's great. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking nuts, dude.
That's big.
The college debt is at 1.5 trillion today.
Crazy.
Trillion.
Fuck Sally Mae.
Trillion.
Fuck Sally Mae.
And
man.
Navian.
You know, Ruben lived by fuck Sally Mae.
Bro.
One of our friends, he hates Sally Mae.
Till this day, he still be snapping. Like, when he posting shit, he'd be like, yo, Sally Mae, you're not getting your money this week.
Man, Ruben was fuck Sally Mae till the death. I don't care.
Yeah. But, all right. So, I want to go back to Mo, because I'm getting that somewhere. So, y'all had Air Forces, the shirts, all that, True Religions, all that good stuff, right? But what about, y'all also had the Bapes, the Bape and Apes, the ones that look like Air Forces.
Yeah. So, I mean, my freshman year, I was 15, and we started selling Bape stuff, and that's where, like, you know, I got to tie into the other parts of the city. I started meeting kids from Cambridge, Boston, everything else, because Mo had the Bapes. Like, you know, you didn't have that. I got a little bit of hate in school from older guys because of it, but it was weird that's the time.
I know who you're talking about specifically.
You know, I don't even know. Yeah,
he was in my grade, got kept back.
Yeah, he's cool now. But,
tag him, fuck it. Yeah, you're over it. Tag him.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. But yeah, so like the Bapes was it was big.
Yeah. No, so I know the Bapes, not only did that help you meet new people.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
But that also started like a short little rap career.
Small rap career, but not really. I still I do my little freestyle thing on the low. Anybody who knows me that well, but like, you know, I'll say this out. I'm kind of camera shy a little bit, so I haven't documented a lot of the things that I've been doing. But
I'm out here though.
I got bars.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Because with that being said, yo, Junie, drop the beat real quick. Because we got the song. Yo, imagine.
Man. Oh man, I hope you can't find that song.
I'm gonna hit him up for it.
I hope nobody.
He's gotta have it.
And if you do, you have to make that.
No, not you.
No.
Yeah, Lulu.
Yeah.
Lulu has to have it.
If you find it, which I know he's gonna hear it. He's gonna send it. When he do, you got to make that the theme music for this.
Yo, Lulu, I need that. Do you remember any of your bars?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Everyone remembers.
I know something.
Maybe it's because the pressure. Maybe these lights they got me fucked up. But
that was like your pump it up. That was like your big single, bro. You gotta remember.
I know. Wait, it was the band song though, right?
Yeah. So
got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers.
What really got me was it kind of shamed me out of my music career because I found out my voice was shit. And, you know, maybe we weren't editing that well at that time, but it's something like I kind of wish that I look back and like, I guess we recorded it fucking around. Shout out to the twins, Abner and Ebner. I can't remember them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still talk
dudes.
to them.
Good dudes. Lulu, my dog, obviously, for life.
Shout out to Lulu.
Yep. Lulu's going to be on here real soon, too.
Good. I can't wait to see him. I miss him. Love him. Yeah, but.
No, but what was funny is like, I remember this vividly. Like when. This was in the MySpace days.
This was hilarious. MySpace.
Like y'all dropped this, and I remember like you were on there with like rappers. Like no one knew you rapped.
Yeah. Eli Valdez, they all rapped at that time, and I didn't rap. I was just in there.
And
we were partying on the weekends.
And I'm not even kidding. I'm like, yo, like low key, Coco bodied this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coco bodied this.
Yeah.
I'll take that. But they like it was kind of funny that I was in on the track with all those dudes, and they were like really.
But you said something like, "Yo, my babes are fake, but they look real." You said something.
I don't.
You remember, dude?
I don't. I swear, I don't. I listen. If I told you I'm camera shy, I'll keep it real all the way. I promise, I don't remember.
The camera's dead on you right
But
now.
like, if I heard it, I promise I'll probably go back with it.
Lulu, I need that.
I know. I'm literally googling Lulu
please don't
MySpace.
send it out.
We kept the file.
I hope he don't have it.
Nah, man. So yeah. So as you can see, this guy has been a journeyman, multiple careers.
Oh yeah.
Nah, man. But no. So you did that. That was so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it.
One of the. Let's get into it, man. The one of the real reasons. Well, the reason you're on here, obviously, right?
Yep.
It's not. Gonna
It's
be
not
nothing.
what. It's not.
It's not what you think.
Okay.
No. The MoBar. That's what. When I first heard. Well, first of all, why don't you tell us what the MoBar is, if you don't mind?
So, the MoBar is, and now is going to be, as you'll see in a couple weeks or maybe even a few days. I won't tell too much.
It's coming.
But it's one of Boston's first mobile barbershops, along with a couple other competitors, and anybody who knows and who's in the field or has attempted something similar to this, they know pretty much, you know, the type of grind that comes with it, the type of energy wasted, the type of money you got to put in, and you know, on top of maintaining a lot of things, it's been crazy. But it's that's what it is to me. But to you guys, it'll be, you know, a mobile barbershop, one chair that I'm doing a lot of work with corporate offices inside the city, in and out of the city with, as I started, like, you know, my first couple of models, because I've redone it a couple times. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a lot of corporate office work, a lot of pop-up stuff, random things, get a couple things going with like maybe the athletes, and I do a lot of like community things. I've done a couple things with the Celtics.
Yeah.
So that's what it is to me. What I plan to grow it to will be, you know, almost like the Uber of mobile barbershops, obviously with a give or take, because you can't service all the people in the world. But, you know, I want to grab a pretty general area.
So, like, is the idea that you go to, so, like, we'll use Waltham, like, right on 95, or, yeah, on 95.
By Ruth Chris?
What's that?
By Ruth Chris, the steakhouse.
Yeah, Ruth Chris, sorry. Like, let's take, like, Dassault Systems, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that big-ass, like, building with all the fountains and shit. So, like, would you have MoBar parked out front, like, from, like, 12 to 2, and like have that available for people, like,
yeah, maybe not those exact hours,
like as an example,
you know, but yeah, that's a lot of what I was doing right before I decided to remodel. So my buddy CJ Mueller, he's from Waltham, you guys might know CJ Mueller.
You said CJ?
Yeah, he's your class, great dude. And he, you know, me and him, we've been talking about some things for when it was finished, so that I can get up into all those complexes. And, you know, I know I can't conquer the world, but I'll take a little small piece of it.
Yeah,
of course. And it's like, since you said that, one thing that we say all the time, before you take over the world, you got to take over the block.
100%.
So, you know what I mean? So you got to, like, get love at home first. And it's actually the hardest is to get love out here.
Mm-hmm. It's hard because you got to live up to a standard, and you got to live up to somebody else's standard.
Not only that, but it's almost like you don't get taken seriously. Like, I've heard so many, like, even going back to rap, like, I've heard
like people in general, right?
Yeah, yes, in general. Like, I've heard, like, yes, like, rappers from out, like, yo, they're dope. But then I'm like, yo, but if so-and-so would say that shit's trash because I know him.
Right.
You feel me? That's why I never blew up. Like, you know what I mean? Hating ass. I'm scared.
Yo, listen, it is not easy.
That's why I didn't blow up.
That's exactly why.
I see it. It's not easy to make it out of here because there's a lot of guys that I feel like are talented, but it's just, you know, it's recognition and
yeah,
who you reach with social media has become a little bit easier.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's
got to put your eggs in the right basket.
Consistency.
Yep.
Seems like I feel like in a lot of cases people like go in and then they like burn out really quickly, and then when they try to pick it back up, it's like you're starting from zero
again. Yeah.
You really gotta market yourself right, and you know, I don't want to obviously name drop too crazy, but like guys who were able to turn things around and go wild. Like, you know, even though he may not be doing music now, but I know he was a rapper. Pablo Bello.
Yep.
Pen pushers. Like I saw the whole story. Like I got to watch that whole thing happen, and I'm just talking in like a local standpoint. It's great to see him doing what he's doing.
Yeah, right? Man. Like he has posted a meme with him and Jadakiss.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
It's little shit like that
to make it like when shot by PD Pablo, guys who you're seeing make it.
He was at the Latin Grammys.
See what I'm saying? Guys that you see making it out of here. It doesn't happen too often. You really only have a short period to strike, and you kind of got to be fearless. You can't worry about money and money right now.
What if?
People worry about all the wildest things, and it ends up choking you back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be brave and
make yourself a number,
and borderline shameless almost. Like you can't be embarrassed. Like you can't have fear hold you back.
Right.
And that's one of the things. Another things that I mean, I don't want to sound like too much of a dick rider, but another one of the things that I admire from you as well.
I appreciate that.
And because I still remember when you told me about the MoBar a few years ago. That to me is fucking genius. Like I've seen the other one, the other one, because there's another one around.
Right.
You know what I mean? They ain't on the pod, so fuck them. It's a dirty RV. Let's just keep it up. Am I lying? You know what I mean? You don't gotta say nothing.
No,
Yo, Mike, I'm not lying. I promise you.
You ain't lying, bro.
It's definitely not. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to go a different route with it. Obviously, even just based upon their flaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in between, I created my own flaws.
Yeah.
And it's just the name of how you clean up and how you erase things. Like, I was resilient. Like it took a lot of energy, but I was at one point I could say the same about myself. Like, my mobile barbershop, it may have looked nice outside at some point, and inside it wasn't up to par because I didn't have the adequate work done.
I was just about to ask you what led to like remodeling, and I think you kind of just answered it.
It's a non-conventional space. It's unorthodox. It's not something people do all the time. So I didn't go bust. If I would have went bust with it, then RV has already like a system planned out. I went with a truck that somebody would grab wood and paint with, or you know what I mean, like a carpenter or something like that. Yeah. And I try to fit two stations.
People,
right, or that if we're thinking our narco minds, because we love all that shit. Well, I do. I know he does.
I fuck with it.
So, it's like I try to grab something a little bit smaller scale, but I try to put two stations in it at first. Mm-hmm. And shout out Jono, Royal Wheel and Tire. He's great. He's a hard worker, small business, mom and pop guy, shows love. So I brought it to him for the first time, and he did it to the best of his abilities, even given the fact that maybe that wasn't completely his lane. Yeah. But he dove in, and nobody was really willing to take the project. I went to a couple of different people, and nobody was willing to, bite off what it took.
Me and Leo picked it up. I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was... I remember the TV was in there, the sound system, the little Asian kid in the Jeep showed up. Yo, let me do this real quick. And it was like, you know what I mean? And it's all about learning and not making the same mistake twice. Yep. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with this as well. Like every week, like for example, like when we had someone on here, like shout out to Grizz. Like Grizz was on IG Live.
Right.
There was static on the microphone because he had the phone near the mic.
Right.
We're not gonna make that mistake again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Same thing with like, yo, this happened, that happened. We're not making the same mistake again. I feel like that's what you're doing. So every time you remodel, you're improving. You're getting better.
100%.
And that's, you know what I mean, something to respect. So I want to get, we're going to go back to like the serious side, but let's loosen up a little bit.
Yep.
So last night, right, Kid Cudi sent out a tweet. He said that he saw, hold on, who was it? So this is what he wrote. He said, okay, so I saw Anthony from Queer Eye get a drag makeover. I want one too. Would I look bad in drag? Ha ha ha. Thoughts. I want to feel fabulous, man. The reason I bring that up is I want you to be honest. Who do you think would be the baddest bitch in this room if we got drag?
Me.
I mean, I'm biased. So I'm obviously gonna say you, but
so you're not gonna say yourself?
No, I mean I've already been dressed up as a woman for Halloween.
Yo, we got those files too. Yo, pull up
you
the
got
picture.
those files. Wait, hold on. I got those.
Wait,
I got those.
You're saying you're gonna be biased, so you picked him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because like,
It's my brother.
yeah, me and him, like, we got a long history. Like,
But
we lived together. He lived at my house for a little while.
I did.
okay.
A year.
A year.
A year.
Okay. Okay. Well, all I gotta
Are
say
you
is
saying that you'll be a more bad bitch than me?
Yeah.
You're a hairy ass bro. You'll be a hairy ass.
I am. I'm hairy as fuck.
Yo, he's Central American. Yeah, every bitch.
Or you? Nah, you're not.
I love you, mama.
You're not Salvadorian.
Listen,
though. My
listen.
wife's Salvadorian.
Listen. All right. The only reason why I think I'd be the baddest bitch.
Yo, you ain't even fly, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
As a man.
The lashes, bro. I got pretty. Girls tell me that shit all the time. Girls tell me all the time because like I got curly ass
Let me see,
eyelashes.
I'll hit with those.
They're always like you know what I mean. I got the shorty staring in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm irresistible as fuck. That's all I gotta say. And they always like. By the way, I'm not making this up. At least
I know, bro. You good?
Oh, okay.
You know, girls love that testosterone. You be sweating on them and shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm wearing the suit. That's why I'm sweating right now.
No, I feel you.
But yo, they be looking in my eyes and they're like, wow, you have like really beautiful eyelashes.
They're probably looking at you. Damn, look at this motherfucker's forehead.
They're like,
They had to make a quick
Yo.
excuse. Yeah.
for the. They're like, do you curl them? I'm like, what the fuck? Of course. No, I'm kidding. Nah, but I don't curl them. They're just naturally curly.
Want me to tell you why I'll be the baddest bitch?
Yeah, you gotta watch
Yeah.
out for.
First of all, I'm the prettiest one in this room. And second of all,
I didn't say that shit.
I'll be slutty as hell.
Hell yeah.
Bro,
What would you do, Frank?
what would I do?
Yeah.
I'll pop that pussy.
What's the girl version of Frank?
If I
Franco?
said it, this podcast would blow the fuck up. Let me just tell you.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
We meant like celebrity type.
Oh,
No.
all right,
Oh,
all
I'll
right.
be
That's not what
Chloe.
No, that's not what I meant.
I'll be Chloe.
I literally meant.
Hey, you guys
like,
are crazy. He really
you
thought
know-
about this
No,
shit.
no,
like,
no, I'll be
No.
Chloe. You know why? Because she ain't that cute.
but
But she be
gets
bagging,
off,
yo.
right?
You know what I mean?
Like she still
And,
gets off.
bro. And yo, that pussy, yo, makes you do crack. I got that fire.
Wait.
Right.
Okay, yeah. When you put it that way,
I got that fire.
But other men like
Oh,
Yo, yeah. But they went crazy
Yo,
after me.
they're
I'ma
there
tell
for
you
a
right
good
now, a
time,
lot of
not a
people
long
in Boston
time.
will
Yo,
say
Tristan
this.
ain't going nowhere. He's trapped.
He cheated though.
He's trapped.
Yo, he went after her.
And men, and black men don't cheat. I heard.
I saw that on
You heard wrong, dog. Everybody cheat.
He still kissed her.
Well, no, not just black men. Fucking everybody. Anyway, everybody does it. No, shit. Wait, why the fuck were we talking about this
Cause I'm a bad bitch.
before that?
No, and bro, as long as we both agree that Junie's not the baddest bitch in here, we good.
Yo, I don't want to be a female anyways. I'm good.
No.
He's like, I'm gonna be in
Coco's
the man.
like, Coco, I wouldn't hit that.
Yo, who's the manliest guy in this room? Y'all better point at me right now, dude.
No one's gonna say that they're not the manliest man.
Wait a minute.
I'm not saying you're the least
all right, Can you
manliest.
change a flat tire?
Yeah,
Have you?
yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Can you?
Multiple times.
I know you can.
You know
I
damn
ain't
well-
shit. My girl changes the
I mean,
tires on my house.
I could
Yo.
probably understand how to do it, but
I get
Yo,
the idea.
yo, I'ma be
but I
honest-
ain't trying to do that shit.
Hold on.
You do your own oil change, bro?
Yeah. I'm gonna be
No,
honest.
you don't.
Listen. Let me tell you something right now. I just lied about both of those things, but I'm still the fucking manliest motherfucker in here. Cause I can beat everybody up in here.
Yo, what jump you, bro?
2-on-1, you might not do too
what
well
happened?
right now.
2-on-1,
It'd be
I
2-on-2.
lose.
We'll be in the Mike Tyson shit on his podcast.
Yo, like whack 100.
you be whack one.
Yo, so Mike Tyson punched Whack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, the cycle, bro. Cause Whack punched Stitches. Now Tyson punched Whack. Now
I'm gonna punch
Stitches.
Tyson.
No, Stitches is gonna punch Tyson. You guys know who Stitches is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the white
white guy?
rapper from
Yeah.
Florida.
There's more to him, but yeah,
Yeah.
He's got all the guns.
he's got deep lyrics, bro. You just don't get it.
I just know game
I throw that
Boston.
brick in your face. You don't get it, bro.
You don't get. I don't get it.
Fuck Miley Cyrus.
Oh, that's a great song. Look up Molly Cyrus by Stitches. Now that's a great song.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm
Alright.
I'm off stitches.
All right,
We're totally kidding.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. All right.
Yo, throw your shot glass over. You
Yeah.
can roll it over. It's not a big deal. Or that.
Yeah. So, all right.
Not bad, not bad.
All right. So we agree. I'm the baddest bitch in here.
One last thing about Stitches.
Can you twerk?
Nah.
You ain't shit.
I
I
tried.
can't either.
No, I'm playing.
I'll give half a shot. I'm nice.
This is not yours.
I know, but I'm nice.
Oh, okay.
I'll-
A half?
Um,
Right there is perfect.
You good right there?
Nah,
Yeah, right there
I'm
is
playing.
good,
I'm
right
playing.
where you-
I'll
right.
pass it over in a second.
Yeah.
All right,
We're not
So,
ready yet.
whenever
Unless
you're
you're ready for one.
all right.
No, I'll wait whenever you're. Like I said, I'm not much of a drinker.
No, we're probably gonna take that one and probably another one.
I say we take this shit now.
All right, we can do that. You know what I mean? That'll be the segue
Hell yeah.
to the next.
I
thing.
might be the first guest you lose to go pee. Third shot in.
All right,
Oh,
be
yeah,
all
it
right.
is the third, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we did take one before. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Oh
Cheers
shit, my
to
bad.
the second
Which
half.
one
Let's
is it?
reel it. Let's
Canada?
reel it back in.
I'm in Canada, in this Manila, Canada.
You know, I'm riding with the Raptors.
Yeah, let's get it, boys.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So you mentioned the Raptors.
Yep.
The Raptors.
All right. I said so. My prediction was Kawhi in New Balances and in 6 games is what I said.
Yo.
What you got?
So usually when you're dealing with guys like the Warriors, you never speak. Like you never.
Yep.
I never really give up too much. Like I guess maybe for my own reasons and obviously biased reasons, I would not want to see anybody out of the East go get it right now. But I do like the fact that despite all the scrutiny and all the rest of the shit that Kawhi been through and taking them 2 years off and then coming back and just being the guy who gets a chip, like that would be great for me. Like, I'd love to see shit like that in sports. But
Yo, these motherfuckers won last night.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just found out.
Yo.
Oh yeah,
Steph-
no, you.
It's not looking good for Golden State.
Yo, Steph.
Dude, what the fuck?
Steph dropped
Injuries.
47 and they lost.
But that's why I say those are guys that you can never count out. Like I know that the Golden State Warriors can win 2, 3, 10 in a row.
Oh, right,
any
right.
day,
Like,
any day.
Yeah.
So
Even if
and-
the series was 3-1,
And
you
who
wouldn't be
knows?
sweating.
I don't know the update on KD or anything.
And
But if he comes back, then this shit is
It's a wrap.
all different.
Without
Clay gonna come back, right?
well, he's activist because I think you only have 2 inactive, and that's KD and the other guy.
I can't believe they came back.
Yeah, they were up the whole
Or,
game.
I mean, I can't believe they responded
Yeah.
with another win. That's
But-
crazy.
Yeah.
So my initial prediction before we got this far into the playoffs was Kyrie. Not the Celtics, Kyrie.
Yep.
I've been big on Kyrie since he told Kobe he can beat him 1-on-1 for 10 racks.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
He's a dog.
So, and obviously, you know what I mean? So, I will consider myself maybe Coco's best friend, but I think Kyrie's probably right under me.
Kyrie's a very good friend. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
And so
How'd y'all meet? Or is that personal?
No, not
so
personal.
So before we get to how you bagged Kyrie, I'm more interested. So, like I said earlier, a lot of people say yo, Coco hustles, Coco's a good talker. And people realize that this shit, where you are now, the people that you cut is by accident. But people don't realize you have to build your way up. So how is it, for those that don't know, Coco cuts a lot of the Celtics players and a few other athletes. How did that come about? How did you get to
How'd you get the connects?
with the Celtics?
Flashback real quick before I even, was out of the original barbershop that I was at on Moody Street, 398 Moody Street, Los Primos. I used to cut Marshawn Brooks and Jordan Crawford just by selection. They walked into the shop one day. A lot of guys used to get cut on that street. Practice facility was in Waltham. So, I started when I cut them, we were all around the same age, 19 to 21, and we started hanging out. I would cut them and then go hang out with them. And then, they left, and I still talk to Marshawn every now and again. That's my guy. I still think he should be
He
in
came
the
back
league.
last year, right?
Yeah, he did. I still think that he should have been in the league, but he's making crazy money untaxed. He's chilling. He's a bucket. So
Yep.
he's got his son. He's chilling. But yeah, that was my beginning. I started messing with them first, and then time went, and when I was about to open up the truck again, I just kind of told my wife I hadn't picked out exactly what model truck I was gonna get because I was still trying to figure out the size. I was in my mind trying to plot all that. So I told her, I was I'm gonna try to go ahead and cut some athletes. Once this is up and running, I'm gonna try to target that. I feel like I'm good enough in the city where I can maneuver, and
Yep.
that's
So-
exactly what I did.
Like a house call?
Well, that obviously that's the goal, but you got to find some way in. I was outside of, I know just from being out, I saw that they go out to the clubs and stuff. So I parked my van outside Storyville nightclub in Boston, and
That's smart, man.
yeah, I know Jay Crowder was there, T-Row was there, and a couple of those guys, young guys, James Young, Marcus Smart. And they came out. I think they seen it, but they obviously went to their car. Now, fast forward, I'm playing basketball at this gym, and I met Gunna Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's T-Rose one of T-Rose's best friends, and he's actually a rapper.
Yep.
He's damn good too. So I met him, and he was kind of like asking me what I did for work, and we stumbled on the fact that I cut hair, and he was just like, me and my brother need haircuts. I showed up, and it was this guy who I didn't know. He was still, summer league hero when he hit the game-winning shots
Rookie
and
year?
stuff. Yeah, so, he was just completely different dude. I didn't know who he was or anything. I just cut him, and then from there, he started to put me on with everybody. So T-Row put me on with Marcus. He put me on with Jalen. He was selling me like as if I was, his product. So
Yeah.
it just helped to be stamped by that. Obviously, IT had his own barber from Brockton, which is a pretty good barber, and he works at a well-known barber shop. I think he works at Chops, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Junebug, and he's a good barber. So I didn't get a chance to cut IT, but through T-Row, I met everybody.
How did? Okay, so I thought Marcus Smart was the first one,
No.
and then it went from there. But it's T-Row, and now that
Marcus Smart and I became really close because around
Yep.
that time when I was cutting T-Row, we would also hang out. So, we were young, common interests, same things. And I'm pretty well known in the city, resourceful. If they couldn't access anything or if they needed anything small done just outside of haircuts, I tried to be, what them and their families could rely on.
Yeah.
So,
Be available.
Yeah. So I became friends with all of them. And we all built our individual relationships, and it made it so I was accepted in a room with any different type of group or family or friend or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's dope. So yeah. So now that tells me why you and T-Row are as close as you are, because
Yep.
it makes sense. That's
Yeah,
where it
yeah.
all came from. Besides Marshawn.
Yeah, that's my brother. Even like if he didn't play basketball, like whatever, everything aside, he knows that. I never, he's a great dude and he's solid. Like he's a real dude. He's a real person.
Yeah. And so there's that, and then how did Kyrie come about?
So Kyrie's best friend, who became one of my extremely close friends in his 2 years here, Al. He, me and him, we started communicating through Instagram. Like I would see him at the games every now and again, and I think he was just like he was trying to find his comfortability in who cut his hair out here.
Yeah.
And maybe he saw my work, and I remember, we were talking on Instagram, and he was like, Kai's probably gonna need a cut.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I got excited because
Yeah.
that was what held me down with IT. Like I couldn't get to, another level in my work, in my career, because everybody wants to cut a big time
Yeah.
artist. A lot of these guys are, that's what helps develop their following. So, when I finally got to cut him, it was like he didn't want to cut from me or from anybody at that point because he had been moving around. And so he told Al, like, I don't want to mess with no other barbers, bro. Just keep me where I'm at. I'm good. Like, whatever. I'm just getting a simple cut. He would just get all even. One all even.
Yeah.
Maybe don't even line up the
Nah,
front.
yeah.
Whatever.
Oh,
Uncle
wow.
Drew.
Uncle Drew, yeah.
Uncle
So,
Drew.
It went from there. Like me and Al, we started communicating a little bit more, and common interests. He played basketball, and everybody from the city knows like I'm that old guy that goes to every gym. I'm at every league. I'm trying to hoop. Like,
Yep.
That's what I do. So we started playing together, and we went to different cities. We played in Boston, everywhere, Everett, Revere, and I started cutting his hair. So we developed a relationship that was kind of like, started to become like, okay, now we talk every day, we cool. And obviously he deals with Kyrie. So you know, he's different. Like the love that he shows, like he can, like, you know, he helped me out with a lot of things that he didn't need to at the beginning. Like he gave me like a whole bunch of gear, socks and stuff.
Talking about Kyrie?
About Al.
Okay.
And you know, obviously he had the resources to do it. We wear pretty much the same size. You know, got a little chubby over the years, going back. But yeah, like, you know, that's really where it all stemmed from, and we just became friends. He would come by the house and stuff like that. And then finally, Kai and his barber had some sort of discrepancy, you know, undisclosed.
Yeah.
And
He was trash.
Shit happened.
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but Al brought me to the house, and, you know, he told Kai he was gonna get he wanted to try me out as a barber.
So when you received that phone call,
Oh, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like $1 million. Like I'm
because and I've told you this before, like I don't think people understand. Like I feel that people like here specifically, even in Cleveland, take Kyrie for granted. Like you guys, like they don't understand. Pass this over to him. Like people don't understand, like whether you like it or not, Kyrie's a top 5 player.
no matter what you say, you
Like-
can hate him or love him.
Like people like
Most people in this city hate him.
like people can argue and say like, and I've told you this since forever. Like Steph's the best point guard. Kyrie has been the best point guard to me for the last several years. And before that, it was Chris Paul before he aged.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. And
Yeah, you can never take away best point guard from Kai because he can do things that point guards can't do, like, you know, put up
with his left.
serious bucket, yeah, with his left and make it look normal. But he's also dishing the ball.
Yeah.
Career highs. for
So-
sure,
So
category.
where's
I was about to say, so I know as a Celtics fan, Mike has a question.
is he gonna stay? Is he gonna go?
I think based upon what you guys seen today, June 6th, you kind of know the answer already. Bleacher Report really kind of like put some emphasis on things if you decide to hear the rumor, but I guess I can't really say if it's 100% sure where he's going to be. He might be a Celtic. He might be a Net.
He ain't staying.
I'm beating around the bush.
He ain't staying.
Fair enough.
I don't think he's staying.
I would love, like, I wish he stayed. Like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I would love for him to stay because we've become pretty close. You know, him and all his friends and his family, and they're extremely genuine people. So
Yeah.
I can only
that-
imagine, bro.
yeah, no, what
a privilege.
Yeah, that upset me to have to see, you know, even just to think that they would be out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even Kai. It's like, it sounds like you'll miss even Al. Like,
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God, what Al's like I said, bro, like, you know, forget about the basketball, forget about anything in between what we could offer each other, because obviously I'm just a, you know, I'm a normal
Yeah.
guy. Like, I can only give you who I am and, you know, what I stand for, but other than that, like, you know, Al has been a lot for me, not only just for, you know, what he's done and how he's helped my career and how he puts me in positions, but a lot of how just, like, you know, through conversation, like all this rebuild and all this trying to keep up and all of that stuff, it gets hard. Like, it really gets hard. And if you have downtime and you can't make everything happen the way you want it to happen, you start to get frustrated. You start to doubt yourself. Like, you know, even the best, like, I've seen the best people do it. So, you know, the way that I look at myself from my own perspective is it was kind of harsh. And he helped me through a lot of that. And he helped reassure me that, you know, no matter what, that I was going to get through it and that we were going to work and we were going to do great things. And I know that with somebody like that, it helping me excel myself and help, you know, I couldn't fail. I got a lot of fears out. Just like you said earlier, like, you know, that pertained to me. A lot of staying in, I met a lot of bad people, and I dealt with a lot of bad people. There was a lot of good ones along the way too, but when you start to deal with certain people and you start to feel out people's intentions and see what they want from you, or, you know,
Everybody has an agenda.
Everyone has an agenda, even if it's just off of what they get from your mind. Like, they can digest things about you. I'm a very vocal person. So, like, you know, my conversation, I'm I'm a next level thinker. Like I want to do business. I want to be great. I want to grow. I want to show love, spread love. And Kai said this last week when I was in New York. What good is all of this, or what good is everything that you get and you manifest if you can't share it?
Exactly.
So like a lot of that drove me, and I thought that I could share it with everybody. And I just met people who, you know, who fed off of me.
Yeah,
But I also met people that were really great. So
yeah.
So safe to say, like everything that you've said, and specifically about Al, is like that's your friend, bro.
yeah.
So no matter what happens, like y'all will be like pretty tight.
Yeah, I still go and I cut both of their hair, and you know, I obviously, in my eyes and through consultation, because that's what my business is all about, consultation. It's about what you want.
Yeah.
So, you know, aside from the fact that we're great friends, like, you know, I like to try to put my skill above and beyond when I take care of them, or when I take care of anybody. Like, I just pay attention to certain detail that not everybody can accommodate.
Sure.
And naturally, at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I like to look at myself as maybe, like, you know, they like my service, so that we keep in contact. I still go over there, and I still got other guys in the league that I'll go and I'll fly out and see, but they're like, you know, they've been completely different to me. Like, they accepted me despite where they were when they got here and who I am or where I was. Or
Yeah. I just thought of this, but there's like a whole other aspect of being a barber. I mean, I'm sure you could speak to this better, but let me know what you think. Because, like, sometimes for me, it's not just that the barber does a really great job of cutting hair, and you used to cut my hair.
Yep.
And the only reason why I stopped going to you was because schedules were fucked up. Like,
my
you
schedule's
know what I mean?
been fucked up for years.
So, but when I remember when I used to go to you, like, you always had great conversation, and like I like looked forward to seeing you.
Right.
Pause.
No,
There's nothing to buzz,
love,
bro.
love. That's it. Love.
That's just love, yeah.
Love.
So, like, and I've noticed it over the years, because, like, I'll sit with people that can cut hair really well, but I'm like, this guy's kind of a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Or, like, this guy's kind of weird. Or, like,
Yep.
So, like,
I've seen it happen.
there's like a whole other aspect to it, because you're kind of unplugging for an hour, or however
Yep.
long your haircut takes.
Yep.
So, like, I don't know. And maybe this is something I can extend to everybody in here, but, like, are you just paying for the haircut?
No.
No, right?
No.
Definitely not.
I go, I have a conversation with my barber. I generally tip him more than I would tip most other barbers. Like, I have my set barber, and that's who I go to. If I have to go to someone else because of scheduling,
It is what it
They don't
is.
give me a good conversation. They don't get the same tip my usual barber gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that's how it should. That's how it goes. That's how.
so
it should
I just got out of a relationship.
Yeah, Frank takes his barber stuff serious.
So you know what I mean? So my barber, like, he was a young boy. He was nice. He cut my hair. Not the best haircut I've ever had, but, like, it was good for what I needed. It was right down the street from my job. So right after work, I would go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to wait. You know what I mean? He would take care of me. He did not talk on his phone while he cut my hair. Fucking Dominicans love to talk on the phone. First of all, my guy, get off WhatsApp.
They're on WhatsApp. Yo.
Yo,
Get off WhatsApp.
yo, tell
It's WhatsApp, bro.
tell fucking
From his
Zulinda,
setup.
te llama rato coño. Tell him that shit. You
Sound
busy
Puerto
right
Rican.
now.
So
Yeah,
fucked
that
up.
was not a Dominican accent.
I know, but
Coco,
they know what I
are
mean.
you Dominican?
I'm Dominican.
You're Dominican,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm Dominican.
So
Well, I'm half Dominican.
What's the other half? Curious.
I got a pretty big mix up.
Blanco.
I couldn't just say one thing because, you know, my mom would get mad.
He's
but
the devil.
I'm Italian. I got a little bit
Privilege.
of Irish. And,
Privilege.
Oh, you're like me.
yeah,
Except I'm neither of those.
yeah, I'm a little. But my father's from.
Yeah,
Jamaica
he's the white
originally.
devil.
Dope.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, a little bit.
I got lucky. I
He's,
learned Spanish along the way. So.
He's demonic. He's not the devil.
Yo, and it's super funny because not.
I'm kidding, by the
No,
way.
you-
Oh, all right.
So he said I learned Spanish along the way, right?
Yeah.
Like, you learned Spanish because of the barbershop.
Yeah, barber. So
So you didn't speak Spanish when you were a little boy?
when I was young, I heard everything, and I was